I have a lot of peace. I think you asked me last week what gives me hope and comfort. I love doing my art. And I started doing my art. Oh my God, how I'm 72. I was 21 years old. And I went through a psychic awakening, almost like a Kundalini cow. Like, I think like 1976. And something happened inside of me, or I just could not function. So I went to a doctor and he said, "We're going to let you stay just outpatient, just come into the hospital and stay in the psych wing for a week or so we can see if there's anything weird going." And I was just stressed. I didn't know how to handle anything. I was 21 years old. I'd never had this sort of psychic opening, awakening. And they gave me Valium, probably. I was kind of zoned out. But a nurse handed me compassionately, and this was a God thing, some paper and some colored pens. She said, "Here, why don't you draw some stuff?" That's how I started doing my art. The next week, they had me see a doctor, and his name was John Smithies. John Smithies was British. He was a psychiatrist. He took one look at me and he said, "Look at this book." And he handed me a book from the I forget what institute, Psychical Society of Britain, something like that. He said, "This is what you are." He said, "You can't keep this book, but I want you to look through it while you're here." He said, "You are a psychic medium and you're going through an opening." Now, who in the hell in Birmingham, Alabama in 1976 would have known that? Are you kidding? Wow. You see what I'm saying? This is how guided your life is, you guys. This is how guided, how loved you are. So I got out of there after about a week and a half, detox from the Valium that they were giving me to calm down. The food was terrible. It was terrible. But what a beautiful experience where I had time just for me and I started doing my art. And Spirit started me in these schools. The next week, I joined the Rosicrucian Order. It was 1976. So for me, my art, this is why I don't like to sell it. It is personal. It is all love. And you can go to my website, ZoliArt, what is it? ZoliArtMontana.com. And you can download any of my art for you. Make t-shirts, make pictures, whatever. If you want to sell it and say you got your name on it, well, that you're being an idiot. Don't do that. I don't think you will. But there are hundreds of pieces there. That is my gift from my heart to you. And I used to sell it. I did very well with it, but the almighty dollar it drove me crazy. So that is one piece of my art, music, and writing that I do not attach money to. So there are points in your life where you're going to have to make a decision. Where are your boundaries? What gives you calm? When I sit and do my art, it gives me calm. Now, usually I'll just sit in my big chair, in the great room in front of the television, got the cat there, got a cup of coffee, and I've got the pad in my lap, and I'm listening to news or I'm listening to whatever on the TV, and I can sit there for 10 hours. Of course, I have to get up occasionally, duh. But takes me out of time and space. And when you are calm, you will find you are not involved in time and space. It will take you out of your body. It is a grace and it is a dignity where I think you are more involved in the spiritual world than the physical. But you can handle the physical world better. You see what I'm saying? It's a real dichotomy. But that's my story.